And looks like we're live right now. Hello to the replay crew, and hope you're all doing well out there. Had scheduled this. Hello, Sandy. Hello, Sandy. Good to see you. I had a special guest coming tonight at 7 o'clock. I'm not sure if he's having difficulty. I sent him a message. It's Jason from 5-Star Bettas, and he's a great guy. And hello, Mark Sterlson. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. Good day. And my wife is in the chat. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Mike. Mike's in the chat. MNC Aquatics. Good to see you. And we have Anthony, First Class Fish. So good to see you, my friend. Started out, I was going to have a guest on here. Might be running a little bit late. He might be popping in here in a little while. We'll see what happens with that. He was going to be doing a tour of his tanks and showing people what he has to offer. And we have Ed's picking up cichlids. Hello, Ed. Welcome. Good to see you. A very underrated channel here. Ed's picking up cichlids, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and drop your link in the channel if you don't mind, Ed. And people want to see somebody who does a really fantastic job. I have to use my phone for this one though. Okay. I'll drop your link in the. Here we are. Channel. There we are. Share. And here we are. There we are. Ed's picking up cichlids. Got a fantastic fish room. Does some really great stuff, and really, really good to check him out. Give him a subscription, and check out his great fish. They are just beautiful. And we have Arnold. Hello, Arnold, my friend, my good brother and admin. If you want to, I mean, I sent you a message. I'd love to have you on the panel here. Of course, it's quite late in the UK. I understand if you aren't up to it, but if you are, you can just jump in. You don't need a link or anything because you have that capability. So if you'd like to, please do. And if you don't, that's fine too, because I know that you just got done with a 4-hour stream with Here Fishy Fishy, which was fantastic. I caught it in the chat. I was a little perturbed because I was supposed to be on the panel and I couldn't get in, and it was a bit distressing. Oh, here we are, and I have this one here too. I'm going to go ahead and drop some links in the channel until we're going to see if Jason shows up. He may be running a little bit late. Oh, there he is. He has just shown up. And hello, Jason.
That.
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me okay? Hello.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. Sorry about that. I was charging the phone. I don't want it to die during the stream again.
Oh, I understand that. That's no problem. I figured it was something like that, because you always made it, you always make it. So I was just kind of like doing a little bit of filler, dropping some links and whatnot, and
awesome.
And doing some stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and run through the chat here real quick for us and say hello to everybody. I'm going to start at the very top and work my way down. First person we had was Adele from Australia. Collaboration of Curiosities. Adele, so good to see you. She's working right now, so she's working, and she came in to give me a thumbs up, which is very appreciated. I really appreciate you, Adele. We have my good friend from Canada, Sandy Doty. Absolutely wonderful person here. If you guys want to check her channel out, give her a thumbs up. She doesn't do a lot of content, but I tell you what, the nice person that she is, she deserves a subscription and just saying hi to her or something. She's a great person. Mark Sterlson, another great channel. Hello, Mark. And then we have my wife's in the chat. Hello, Kathy.
Hello.
We have a rare appearance here. That's very nice. We have Mike from M&C Aquatics. I'll be joining him on Sunday on his stream. He's got the Wave Makers. And I think that's at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if I'm not mistaken, Mike. Or is that your time? Let us know in the chat so we'll be able to get that scheduled properly for it. Anthony from First Class Fish. He has some he does have first class fish, and he's a really great guy too. Ed's picking up cichlids. I don't know if you know him or not, Jason. He has I'm not sure, but I think he's either in Pennsylvania or over on the East Coast. I'm not really positive exactly, but I've been checking his channel out for couple of years now at least, and I've subbed him a long time ago, and he does some really good breeding projects.
I'll check them out.
Yeah, check him out. I dropped his link a little while ago. I'll try and do it again. Anybody in the chat would like to do that? Here it is right here. I dropped it right here. And people saying hello to each other. Let's scroll on down, see if I missed anybody. Oh, we have Life Around the Koi Pond. Hello, welcome. Good to see you. In fact, what I do with this is I will go ahead and... Oops, what happened here? I'll go ahead and give you a wrench here in a minute. That way you can check out other channels on the stream here. Had quite of a little bit of a tumultuous day so far. It's been kind of interesting. It's I was supposed to be on a 4-hour stream earlier, and I couldn't get in. For some reason, it wouldn't let me, and it kept bringing me back to my StreamYard. So I was a little bit frustrated about that. But you know what? If you can't do it, you can't do it, I guess. And just have to get on with it.
That happened.
Yeah. Well, that's Gaz. Hello, Gaz. Yep, that's right. Saying hello to Kathy, Adele. And we have Melvin's in the chat. Hello, Melvin. Melvin's got a stream going too. I hope I didn't go over the top of you, Melvin. I had this scheduled a couple days. I didn't mean to interfere. I don't know if that's your regular time to stream or not on Saturday, but I went ahead and I did that. But anyway, check out his channel. Somebody wants to drop Melvin's link in the channel there. That would be, in fact, I can do it myself in a second here. Here we go. It's a great thing about having my phone here. Oh, wait a minute. That's the wrong one. No wonder. I'm trying to join the wrong chat here. There it is. Doesn't seem to let me do that either. But anyway, I have plenty of moderators that can do that. Oh, it's Jamie. I have questions. How do Americans treat bacterial issues? I'll let Jason answer this one because he's got a lot of knowledge, and I've never really been confronted with too many bacterial issues in my tanks.
I really haven't had too much bacteria issues myself either. Is there anything in particular you're curious about?
Yeah. Is there a particular element with your fish that you're having trouble with? Maybe we can narrow it down a little bit, because bacterial infection could be a lot of different things. Talking
about like dropsy, I've never been able to cure dropsy personally. I don't know if you've ever had luck, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm really not sure exactly. Let's see here. I'll scroll down and see if I can see it. He's probably maybe typing the problem in right now. We'll see here in a second. Everybody's saying hello to each other, and that's very nice. So I know, yeah, I've really never been confronted with that, too many bacterial conditions with my fish, really. I mean, about the extent of I've used with medication is like API General Cure, and what is the other one? Levamisole. I used that once for some worms in my African cichlids. Good night, Arnold. Thank you very much for stopping in. I really appreciate it. Have a nice evening. It's late over in the UK. I understand that.
Good night, Arnold.
Good night. Let's see here. In fact, we got a lot of very talented aquarists in the channel here too, and out in the chat. I don't know if First Class Fish, if you have any thoughts on the bacterial issues with fish, that would be fantastic if you want to pop it up in the chat. But I really don't know, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you just have like kind of bacterial. It tends to be pretty quick before I even realize I have that issue. Usually like the most bacterial stuff I'll get is dropsy, or blow. And usually by the time that comes, it's already too late to treat it.
Oh yeah. I had my red devil that I had a while back that passed away. It's been about a year now, and she was really fat, and I thought she had dropsy. I thought she was like pine combing, Yep. But as it turned out, she was egg bound. I didn't have another red devil male in the tank, but apparently it was very odd because the pumpkin seed sunfish I have was actually trying to display to her. So I think that she was producing eggs thinking that, I don't know, it's weird how that happens. I mean, you get other fish in there. Of course, there's convicts in that tank, and they will interbreed with red devils, but
yep.
She became egg bound, and I lost her. Yeah.
A bummer.
Yeah, big bummer, yes. As a koi keeper, I have a problem with bacterial issue, red marks, and scales missing. Okay.
That kind of sounds like ammonia burn.
Ammonia burn.
Scales missing could be them like flashing or up against stuff to like kind of itch themselves if they have parasites. But my guess would probably be ammonia is your number one issue at that point. Because if the water comes too high in ammonia, they'll start flashing, acting erratic. They'll cut themselves up. They'll start getting ammonia burn from scraping. They'll get minor cuts. They get infected. So I would start by checking your ammonia levels, make sure everything's on point, along with your pH. If pH is too low or too high, you can stress them out too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would explain that. I mean, like I say, I've never really encountered that. I haven't had any koi. Oh, but we have a joiner in the chat here. We have Larry D. Hello, brother. Larry D. Chili Head Aquatics. So good to see you. My wife has a question. Is ammonia an issue in ponds? I think you can have ammonia anywhere, really, Kathy, depending on if you have a really strong biological bacteria build up to combat it. I think you could probably have ammonia in any type of situation, couldn't you, Jason?
I would say, yeah. I think the issue comes down to the size of the pond and the amount of stock you have in the pond. If you have a low stock and a huge pond, you're not really going to have ammonia issues. If you have a high stock and a little pond, you're definitely going to have more ammonia issues. And it's also going to come down to how much water changing you're regularly doing. If you're keeping it clean, that's great. And I know heat can also bother fish a lot because they did a releasing up here, a couple of years ago? Freshwater release. So it was some kind of brackish fish, like trout or something. And they all wiped out because they released them on like a 100-degree day. The whole city of Medford reached a rotten fish for like a month and a half because there was so many corpses. It was ridiculous. But
Yeah.
they put so many where the water was so hot, the ammonia just spiked really bad. And that was in a stream.
Here we have another answer for that question as well from Coral Work. Say, oh, Coral, welcome to the stream. So good to see you. He says the way people stock koi and goldfish ponds, yeah, it could be a problem. I mean, if they put too many fish in at once or something, like, yeah, I think it's possible. Absolutely, definitely. But anyway, everybody, we do have a theme for tonight for the live stream, and what we're going to be doing is a tour of some of Jason's tanks, and we're going to check some of that stuff out. And he's the person who sent me all those fantastic wild type bettas I showed everybody a while back, and I will try and do a little mini tour of that. I don't know if I can do it this stream or not, but hopefully I'll have it on Wednesday for the AAA. But we have somebody else that just joined in the chat here, Mark Shelley Aquatics. Hello, Mark. Good to see you. I chatted with him a little while ago. I kind of had a little bit of a devastation earlier. We had a special event that I was supposed to be part of, and apparently I don't know what happened. Every time I clicked on the link to join it, it took me back here to my channel, and it got a little bit frustrating for me. So I talked to you about it too, Jason, off screen, but
yeah,
it was it happens. I mean, technology. What can I say? I'm not very good with it. Another question here says I've done scraps and water tests and all good. I'm running a Draco drop and a drum filter and 2 large vortexes with moving beds and K1 micro. Oh. Yeah. It's hard to say, really.
It's hard to tell you exactly what the problem's going to be without being in front of your pond or your tanks, because it's kind of like a guessing game. You could have something in there that's a turtle. I don't know if there's a turtle in there sniffing at things. If you have something sharp in there, they're getting themselves cut on it, and they could be getting infected. Without actually seeing your tank, it's hard to say. But if they're doing fine, but they're having like sores, you could definitely use like Bemafix. That's one that you could use to treat something like that. Another one I use a lot of is Fritz. What is it? Put up by Fritz. It's called Marison Oxy. That's a great one. I've had great luck with treating any kind of like flesh wounds or bacteria wounds or cuts, scrapes, and tends to clear them up pretty quick. Also, water changes have been my big one. So it's hard to exactly say, but those are a couple things you can do definitely to treat the tank to help it in the future. But without us actually being in front of it, it's hard to give you a definite answer.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, unless it's something else. I mean, I'm not sure how aggressive are koi to each other. I mean, if they could be like battling or something, that might mean some of the scales are missing. I really don't know. I've never kept koi, but I have kept cichlids, and I know how they can, they attack each other or fight or something. Sometimes they can take a scale off every now and then.
Yeah. But I would say the scales being missing is from them flashing and rubbing up against stuff. So something like stressing them out in the water. That would be my guess. You just need to figure out what exactly is it. Is there a parasite in the water that's attaching to them, that's stressing them out? There's got to be a reason that they're losing scales. Most likely it would do the flashing. It's just what in particular is causing them to do the flashing. But that's the problem.
Yes.
It's hard to say exactly without seeing it.
Yep. Let's see here. We have a answer here. Koi usually hurt themselves while breeding or parasites. Okay. That's interesting. I didn't know they'd hurt themselves while breeding. Okay.
Makes sense. Well, they're a big, bulky fish. They're not the most, I would say, smoothest fish. They're kind of rambunctious.
I noticed we had Stubbs Aquatics on here last Wednesday, and he showed his ponds, and I noticed he showed some of his goldfish that were breeding, and I didn't realize he pursued them so quickly. I mean, they were just like right on them. And you get a big fish like that that's just chasing them continuously, kind of like what a live bearer would do. If you ever seen, the live bearer males will chase the females pretty much relentlessly. That's exactly what the shabunkin was doing. Goldfish. Maybe they got nipped a little bit. We have here says he's really struggled since winter with a low immune system and now catching flesh against except the dome of the bottom grain. Okay. Mark Shelley has got an answer here. He says had issues with a bacterial issue when fish would be weakened with internal parasites. Got rid of the parasites and some of the fish recovered. Some were too far gone. Oh, right. Okay.
And that's why you need a quarantine.
Yeah. I know a lot of times, like with a koi pond, if you get big fish, I mean, you got to have another big pond to quarantine them pretty much. But
for the most part, though, people when they do buy koi are buying little babies, and then they're just putting them in the pond. If you quarantine them before that, you'd be pretty good. And I feel like anybody who is buying huge koi, they got some money. If they're spending that much on koi, they could have a separate tank to isolate them and treat them beforehand.
Yes.
Whenever you keep anything valuable for fish that you love and enjoy, you got to quarantine. I used to never quarantine for the longest time, and I would just keep treating. But I can't say how many fish I've lost and how many parasites I've come across. Now anything that I value is in a separate tank. Anything that's iffy, I go into like a separate tank where I'll treat it, quarantine it, looks healthy, then I'll take it out after like 6 weeks. But it's just not worth introducing it to one of your community tanks, and you just lose all your prize fish. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. So that's the importance to me with quarantining. And you don't have to have huge tanks to quarantine it. You can do it in a 10-gallon. If you're just doing guppies or something small. But definitely something I would look into if you've never done it in the past.
Now, how long would you recommend quarantining for?
Usually I recommend at least 6 weeks.
6 weeks, okay. Yeah, Homer the Clown Trigger, that's Rainer. His name is Rainer from Austria. He says quarantine everything. Yeah. I really should. I've led a charmed life with my fish. I've never quarantined. Well, let's put it this way. Well, I could take that back. Most of the time when I get new fish, I'll get a tank set up, get it cycled, and then bring the fish into that tank. So basically, it's their quarantine and their permanent home as well. So I guess I do, in a sense, do quarantine my fish, but every now and then I will add some other fish to an aquarium without quarantining, and I've been real lucky. But I'm seeing now that it's best that if I have enough tanks here, I can set up another tank for quarantine. I've been living on borrowed time, I think, when it comes to that with my fish. But yeah. Let's see here. Okay. Eduardo's in the house. Welcome, Eduardo. Good to see you. Larry's saying, anyone here of a fish called the tiger? Oh, yes. That's a nice little live bearer. You just got 5 of them. Oh, wow. Have you heard of those before, Jason? The tiger teddies?
I have not. I might have seen a picture. If I saw a picture, I might know, but off that name, I do not know off the top of my head.
Yeah. A really cool wild type live bearer. They have them on Dan's Fish. You got 5 of them, though. Nice.
Now, where they come from?
I'm not sure exactly. Larry, do you know where they come from? Are they from South America or where their natural habitat is? Most of my wild type live bearers come from Mexico. Except for the tiger limia. That comes from, where is that from now?
Haiti, right? Is it Haiti?
Haiti,
No.
yeah. Yeah, Haiti. Yep. Let's see here. Oh, praziquintal. Yeah, that's that purple stuff, the praziquintal, I think. Is that what it is? I'm not sure if that's the same stuff that they use over in the. Now this is gas, so you're in the UK, so that's the purple stuff I think they add to the tank.
I believe so.
And Larry says, I think South America. Okay, I have to Google that a little later just to make sure. Oh, I bet Keith would know. Hey, Keith, do you know where the tiger teddies originate from? The tiger teddy wild bear, live bears? Keith knows a lot about the wild type live bears. He's done a lot with them. Oh, that's right. That's what that is. The PP, the potassium permangant. Yep. All right. Well, we're trying to figure out. We're talking about the tiger teddies because Larry got 5 of them, and we're just going to see where they're from. But I get off track though, Jason. Let me know when you want to start your tour, and then we can go ahead and do that.
Yeah. Another thing too with the parasites, though, the best way I find to treat parasites is to soak the food in it. Pre-soak all your fish food in the medicine. Usually, what I do is I'll mix up, like say, like a quarter cup of water. I'll put all their food, put the medicine, and I'll let it soak for about an hour. That way, a lot of the medicine gets absorbed into the food, and this way, when you feed it, it goes directly into the fish's system. So they're breaking down that medicine. They're absorbing a lot faster than having to go through just their gills. That's one way I've learned to knock out parasites much faster. If you get them to consume the medicine, you'll clear it out much faster. If you don't get them to consume it, you're going to be balanced for a long time. And make sure you do water changes and get those eggs out of there so they don't keep hatching.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I guess we'll start the tour.
All right, let me go ahead and I'm going to put you on a bigger screen here like this. Oh, there we are.
Now, how do I get rid of myself? Because I keep seeing myself into like 2 different screens down here.
What you do is you go to settings, right? And go to camera. And then you want to go to, I think it's the back camera, I believe. That way it'll show what you're pointing at. Whoops, what happened here? How did that happen? Whoops. No, there we are. No, you want to go to settings, and then go to camera, and then switch it to back camera, I believe it is.
All right.
There you go. Excellent.
All right. So I'll give you guys a little video of the layout of the room first. We're in a basement. This is the corner of it. This room is about 20 by 20 feet, I would say, this corner. We can start over here. Right here, we have a 50-gallon lowboy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Kathy looked it up. It's in the Toronto River in Colombia for the tiger teddies. Okay, thank you, Kathy.
Nice.
Hello, Debs. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to join the stream tonight. I felt terrible about that. I was absolutely gutted. So good to see you, my dear. I'm sorry about that, Jason. Go ahead and continue on.
All right. So right here, we have a 50-gallon lowboy. Under here is all my shipping boxes because they're free from the post office in the U.S., so why spend money if you don't have to? So in here, I just have pretty much rainbow shiners. This is all planted live tank. I don't have any filtration in here. All I keep in here is just a single power head.
Oh, wow. Those
And
rainbow shiners are very popular, you know it. I mean, everybody's talking about rainbow shiners, and they are really expensive fish.
I didn't think they were too bad. I think I paid like $4 a piece.
Wow. I think the cheapest I've seen were like $12 a piece.
I know. I found a guy in Michigan who bred them. I bought them off of him. He shipped them to me. Oh, no, Wisconsin.
That's in my state. That's in my state. Yeah. Huh.
Rainbow shiners are hiding there. They're kind of a very skittish fish. They're not really out and about, to be honest with you.
Okay.
They're pretty fish. They're only pretty when they color up when they're breeding, which is like one day out of like a month if you're lucky. But other than that, they pretty much kind of bland. I'm not gonna lie to you. There you go. You can kind of see them.
Oh. Okay. I love that steam. The the smoke on the water, that steam that you have going out there, that is really cool looking.
Yeah, it's called an atomizer. It's kind of new to the hobby. I picked it up off my buddy's fish store, but that's legit all it is, this little thing.
Wow, that is really cool.
Plugs right in.
It looks really cool. I love that.
And I love it too. And this right here is all water sprite. It's an aquatic plant that just has taken over and just completely grown out of the water.
Wow.
I like
I love
it so much that I don't bother with it. Just let it be. We'll go over this way. So right here we have a 60-gallon on top, and then we have a 75 on the bottom. Over here in the 60-gallon, zoom in. We have some regular bettas, splendid. We have my platinum tiger barbs, a group of 4.
Oh, yeah. Now those are the platinum, the green platinums.
Yes.
Wow! Look at that dorsal fin, nice and black on them.
Yeah, no, they're a nice color, and I got fry from them. I got a bunch of different colors we'll get to too, which is kind of cool. And we also have the beta immaculata right here. We got some starting to color up. There's a young male down the bottom hiding.
I know that one very well. It's one of my favorite fish now that I got from you. I love those Unimaculatas.
You know, they're definitely a cool little fish. And they do get big, though, which is kind of cool. Yeah, it's not too crazy. This tank was an afterthought. When I built this stand, it was meant to be just a table. So I kind of never built it to stand the tank on top, so I don't fill it all the way because it's not meant to hold all that weight the way I built it. That's why it's half filled, if you guys are wondering.
Yeah, they'll jump, won't they?
Yeah, they'll jump right out, too. You got to have a lid with them. They actually jump out of this with an 8-inch gap, like it's nothing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, I find them every week. I'll find one that jumps out. And I'm like, why? There's no aggression in here, but I don't know. Maybe they just want to go sightseeing. I have no idea.
I had a betta Phelps wild type betta that jumped out. It was just I have a full lid on it, and it was just a tiny little gap. I mean, I didn't even think the fish would fit through it, right? It was just tiny. And I came down and I had a betta jerky on the floor that was just, we lost Jason. He'll be back. But anyway, my betta had jumped out through a very narrow, tiny little gap that I had in the back of the tank. They all jump. June says, yes, they do. Hello, June. Welcome. So good to see you. And here he is. Welcome. Hello, Jason. Welcome back. We lost your food. You made it back. All right.
I was just trying to turn my phone sideways to give you guys a widescreen, but then it just decided to shut off. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's no problem.
Is there a way I can turn this sideways without it being crooked for you guys?
Do you have screen? Is your on screen lock right now? Because usually it'll change on its own if you have the screen lock turned off. But if not, I tell you what, it still looks great the way you're doing it. So either way, if you're able to turn it and have it do it, otherwise it still looks very good.
Okay.
Oh, we have Juanita's in the chat. Hello, Juanita. That is the Dixon's design. Excellent. Oh, I'm so glad you made it. I was really good to have a friend here with me right now. I appreciate it. But go ahead and continue on, Jason. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Oh, no problem. I'm still acting like an idiot trying to figure out how to use this phone on this program. So down here is my 75-gallon. I have a Philippine Blue Pearl Scale male right here. This is his girlfriend. She's a silver female. I have a couple fry and a couple discus over here. They're kind of shy when I come near them. I guess I just scare them with my face, but it's okay. And I have a couple clown loaches in this tank too. Usually these fish are getting fed right about now, so they're usually more excited. Where I don't have food, they're kind of mad at me, I think. I feel a little hatred going on, but I still love them.
Oh, yes.
Over here is another 60-gallon tank. In here, I have a bunch of baby tiger barbs.
Ooh, I got to check these guys out.
I really should have got food ready. That would have been a better idea. But these are from the platinum tiger barbs, and inside here, I end up getting like 4 or 5 different colors of tiger barb babies. Not too sure why, but it turned out that way. If you come up here, I don't know if you guys can see them that well. I can barely see them. I end up getting albinos. Can you see? Can you see it, Jeff? For now. Awesome. Yep. So we end up getting albinos. We end up getting like green barred, like neon barb tigers of bars. I ended up getting the bluish ones, which are kind of like the normal platinum tiger barbs. I ended up getting like what were the other ones? Like straight neon green. No bars at all. I'm not too sure. It almost looks like a glowfish. But these are platinum tiger barbs. It's not supposed to be glowfish, so I'm not too sure if it's like a powerhouse of recessive that have flown through these fish. So I'm getting all different colors. What else we got in here? Albinos, the barred albinos, we got straight greens. I know, it's just like a weird melting pot of colors. It's kind of like a bag of Skittles.
Nice. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, though. I mean, you got, a variety there. You could probably always separate them and then rebreed, when they get bigger into their own colors.
Absolutely. I'm kind of excited to see what they turn into because I'm not sure what this would even be called because it's not a glow barb. It's like just neon green.
Nice. I love the tiger barbs. I always love those.
They're cooler fish. I was never big into them. Then I saw the platinums and I really liked them. And then before I knew it, I bought them. And Pulse.
I've always wanted the green ones. The green ones are the ones that have always stood out to me. Of course, I like the regular tiger barbs too, but the green ones really, they pop. I mean, they got the red and the green, and it's just really cool.
They're pretty. I always love the Odessa barbs too.
Oh yeah, the Odessas, yes.
I always love the large scale on them.
I have 2 friends that have those. One's in the UK and one's in Canada. And I'm sure there's some in the United States here. I mean, of course, there's Odessa barbs in the United States, but my friend Chris Stubbs up in for Stubbs Aquatics, he does the Odessa barbs, and they are just beautiful fish. Really nice reds on them. He breeds them.
Yeah, no, I think it's Gary Lang. Is that the other guy who breeds Odessa barbs?
Yes.
Yeah, these are beautiful lineup that he's been working on for years.
Yep. Gary Lang and also Greg Sage also has them too.
Greg Sage, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Greg Sage, yep, because I know that Curtis from Skull Aquatics, I think he got some of those, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, from Greg Sage.
Yeah, no, he had a great line. I was watching a video with him not so long ago about it. Down here is just a plain 29-gallon. Just some snails in here right now. A couple sword plants that are big and old. Not too sure what I'm going to do yet. I left that kind of empty in case I got some new fish. Pre-planning. Nothing worse than getting new fish and having nowhere to put them. Especially when you got to quarantine them.
Have some empty tanks set up right now. That would be nice.
Yeah, I didn't want to set up anymore, so I'm like, let me clear some out. I don't want to maintain any more tanks. I love my tanks, but sometimes it just becomes too much.
Hello, Jonah. Welcome.
And then over here is my rack. This is a 40 breeder on the bottom, 410s, and another 410s on top. I run a pump down the bottom. Right here, it's the regular fountain pump that runs up to the top of the tank, and it shoots across all 4. So this way that bottom tank's just heated, and all this water circulates because all these tanks are drilled. The water goes back down to the bottom. You can see the water, how it comes right down. This way it's just one heater that heats all these systems, which makes your electric bill so much cheaper too.
Oh, nice.
But for fishing here, though, what do we got? I got a crib over here. Nice little female crib. She's got a bunch of fry. I'd say about 15 fry right now.
Cool.
I don't know if you guys can see her that well because I can barely see.
I got my magnifying glass here. I'm looking. Back by the sponge filter, I think, right? I think I can see her a little bit. We have a question out here from Kathy. She's asking how many tanks do you have?
There it goes.
Kathy's asking a question about your tanks. How many do you have?
Let's count them together because I forget.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37.
Wow.
And there's a bunch of empty ones in other rooms that are not running.
Nice. I'm sitting right now at, I think 28 tanks right now. But I do have
perfect.
5. I still have 5 to set up. Brand new ones.
I have probably an extra 15, 20 tanks that are empty. I'm not setting them up.
Wow. Nice.
I'm not setting them up. I'm like, nope, I'm done. No more tanks. This is it. Until something overbreeds and I have 100 fry and I need to set up a tank. But yeah. Then in here I just have a couple extra guppies I pulled that I don't want breeding. Trying to make my own line of guppies, and these two just don't make my color qualifications.
Oh yeah.
Over here is a bunch of red devil fry.
Oh, red devils. Ooh. That's my favorite of the bigger fish, the cichlids.
Mine too. It's one of my original favorites, the red devil. I used to have them from Jeff Rapps back in the day. They were wild caught from Lake Nicaragua.
Oh yeah.
Many moons ago. But yeah, no, they're definitely one of my favorites.
That's Jeff Rapps. He was tangled up in cichlids, right? That was the name of his.
Exactly. Then he sold out. Some other kid bought it from him.
Yeah, I think a guy named Kevin. I'm not sure what his last name is, but he took it over.
Yeah,
Jeff Rapps for a while.
Yeah, no, he did it for a long time. Did it for a very long time. Then in here, I just have regular sulfur heads growing out, along with what's the scientific name on those, Jeff? The Amica, the red tails.
Oh, the Xenotoca dodroi.
Yes, there's 2 pairs in here.
San Marcos, I think they are.
Yep.
Nice.
I can never remember that name.
Yeah, it is an interesting name, really.
Yeah, too interesting. Then in this 10-gallon, I have a pair of guppies that came from mutt breeding. I really like the color, so I'm kind of trying to isolate them to make more of this red and black color.
Those are cool looking. Look at them. Wow.
Yeah, just trying to play around with different things.
M&C Aquatics, I'm at 16 tanks. He had 200 at one time. And he says he might drop down 6 more tanks.
Those 200 tanks?
He had 200, yeah, M&C Aquatics. Well, I don't want to really, I know he had some type of an accident or something, I believe. I'm not really sure, Mike, so I don't really want to say anything, but his physicality, I guess he's having a difficult time keeping up with so many tanks. And I know he's been in a lot of pain and stuff, but I'm not really sure what I'm not really sure exactly what the deal is with it.
Wow. Well,
18 tanks and room for one more. There you go.
nice.
Yeah. Excellent.
And here is just a gold molly I picked up trying to get it to eat the Hydra. 'Cause I'm tired of dealing with Hydra, but it doesn't seem to be interested in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if it's just too small or what exactly, but yeah, I'm trying to starve it and make it eat it, but it doesn't seem to care for it.
Wow.
Maybe
I
it's
heard
just too small.
brownies are supposed to be really good at eating it.
Yeah, and they're good at bullying all the other fish too.
Yeah, brownies. That's my paradise fish. I mean, I got that to eat some scuds, right? And I thought, well, it would be perfect fish for it. It would take the scud in its mouth, chew on it, and then spit it out, and it was still alive, and it just didn't kill them or anything. It just, I don't know. It's kind of a worthless. I mean, it's beautiful fish. I like the fish, but I was hoping it would eat some of those scuds. But luckily, the Xenotopa dodroi, they did a really good job cleaning the scuds out in one tank.
Oh, I believe it. They're feisty little fish.
Oh yeah.
And here's just a pair of red tail apistos, the male's hiding in the back. Female's in the cave. I'm pretty sure she got more eggs. He looks a little beat up, so they're probably going at it. Over here is a pair of orange flash. They have fry in here. Yep, you see some of the fry right there in the front. Then they also have some of the red tails. The triple red fry in here too.
Are you using RO water for those?
No, regular tap water.
Regular tap water. Do you know about the approximate pH that those are?
What is it?
The pH. Do you know approximately what it might be?
I haven't checked it in a while, but every time I did check it in the past, it was like straight at like right around 7.
Oh, okay. Mine comes out about 8.
Yeah, I was having that issue at my other house where it came out around like 8, almost 8.2, 8.3, then would drop down to 5, and then it would balance out again within a week. It was a pain in the butt. But here it seems to be a solid 7. My TDS is right around 100. So the water here is actually pretty good for the fish.
Yeah. Very nice.
Oh, he has real live Linosy. I haven't seen those fish in a long time.
Which ones are those?
Linosy. They're pretty fish.
Oh, nice.
Nice, MC. Down here, we'll skip down here real quick. I just have one little lima left in here. We have 6 Mika Splendid Cadeas. There's a nice little male.
Oh, the butterfly Gadias. Oh, nice.
Yeah, some in here. Might be a couple of pistols left in here and a couple cribs somewhere too. See a little female pistol going in that cave. There's a beta in here because you can only keep so many males in one tank and then they get beat up. So they got to separate them. So there's one lone guppy in here too.
Does the betta get along with the apistos? Okay. Do they fight the apisto and the bettas?
No. I have no issues with him. He's only beat up because he was in this tank over here with the other betas.
Oh, okay.
And he got a little scuffle with one of them. This one I thought was a female for the longest time because it never grew its fins out. And then almost a year later, it grew fins in. So I'm like, okay, now you're a male. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it transitioned genders or what, but it went a whole year with just regular standard fins look like a female. Then all of a sudden it blossomed longer fins. Yeah, so it's kind of weird.
When I first got the apistos from you, I put them in with my chinoides, and there was a little bit of a conflict in the beginning.
Yep.
But now we just kind of went in their separate side of the tank. It's 20-gallon long. And so the chinoides took over. I have some PVC pipe down in the corner, and they go down in there. First, they started out in the apisto hut, but then the apistos, of course, they took that over from them. And then right now I got a bristlenose in there that's took it over from the apisto. So I got to get some more huts in there or something because it's a very popular area, that little apisto hut for some reason.
Oh yeah, no, they love the huts. That's the best way I find to breed the apistos, to be honest.
Yeah.
I tried other things, but they love the huts. They'll breed in the cones, but they don't do a great job fertilizing in the cones. I think the males have a hard time turning around to fertilize.
I do have another tank that's coming up empty upstairs. It's a 40-gallon breeder, and I got some of those coconut huts too. I'm going to bring some of those down.
Yeah, no, those are great too. I've had great luck with those in the past too. It was so much cheaper to go out and buy coconuts and split them for like $2 compared to buying the huts for like $10 a piece.
Yeah.
Then we got a 20-gallon over here. I'll show you. We got some brashears. We got an albino and a regular Senegal. And there's also a eel in here I picked up at the auction. I forget the name of this eel. It's not a standard eel. So we'll get the swimmer up.
Oh, look at that. That is cool.
Yeah, it's not a tire track. I forget what the name is. It's kind of like a scientific name. Don't have like a regular name that I know of. Yeah, it's kind of weird looking.
Really interesting, though. I love that kind of stuff. Is that how big do those get? Is that full size, or is that going to be?
I think that one's full size. I think it's like a dwarf species.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Those little dwarf eels like that. Those are really cool.
You know, I like them a lot. I love the eels. I used to have a lot of tire tracks. They're one of my favorites.
M&C Aquatics is saying that his lion's eye Goodia bullies his gouramis. Yeah, they will do that.
Absolutely. Surprised your gourami's still alive.
Yeah, I've heard of him actually. There's a guy in Texas. He's called the Bristlenose Factory is the name of his fish room. He calls himself the Bristlenose Factory. And he puts the Gooias in his African cichlid tanks as dithers. And when the African cichlids go after them, they will actually turn on them and give it right back to them, which I thought was amazing, you know. It's kind of like my black mullet. When I put them in with my multifasciata shell dwellers, they will actually, I mean, they don't go after the shell dwellers, but if the shell dwellers go after them, they will turn on them and kind of keeps their attention. So they're doing their job as a dither, but nobody's getting hurt or anything. So I just find it kind of interesting how they do that.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Fish are really fascinating with their behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
So over here, I have some more beta umaculatas growing out. Running out of room for them, and I also have a couple. What is that fish? Polar parrots. Little guys in here.
Oh, those are all the Unimacula. Oh wow, look at them all.
Yeah, I think a couple generations inside this tank right now.
That is so cool.
The cool thing I like about the Immaculata is they'll eat anything. They're not picky. They're not picky at all.
No, they're not. I feed mine. I even put some spirulina flakes in there, and they chow them down too.
Yeah, no, they eat everything.
Yeah, they have to. And they also, that's one fish that does a great job getting after those scuds, like I mentioned. Because I actually seen them. They'll go down like on a 45-degree angle to the substrate, and as soon as one of those little scuds pop out from the gravel, bam, they're on it.
Oh yeah.
And they do eat them. They don't spit them back out. They do a good job with them.
Yeah, no, they're great little fish.
Definitely. Now, do you sell those? Do you sell those if people want to buy them?
Yeah, I have some available if anybody's looking for a pair. I don't have a crazy. I have a bunch, but it's you got to wait forever to sex them out properly. But I do have a couple pairs that are ready to go if anybody is interested.
I bet you if you put some of those up on the auction in August that I'm going to try and put together, I'm sure that some people are going to see those and they'll want to bid on them for sure.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a group of them or so, like a bag of 6 and let them grow out.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be fun.
My wife's asking, Jason, do you have birds? Something is chirping.
I do. Yeah. I do have birds. I have their lights shut off right now so we can make the video, or else it'd be even louder.
It might be our smoke detector you're hearing, Kathy, also, because
I just unplugged mine. It kept chirping too.
Yeah, I got a smoke detector that's been chirping for like 22 years, something like that, or well, not that long, 18 years.
Yeah, no, I didn't know I had a smoke detector down here. I bought one to put down here, and I never set it up. And then I hear one chirping, like, as I came down here today, and I'm like, I never knew that was there. Yeah, funny. This tank got a bunch of epistos. We got orange, flash, and triple reds, and double reds.
Oh yeah, I love the little glow cichlids. They're just my favorite.
Yeah, it's got to be over 100 in this tank. Wish I could zoom in more better on the live stream.
Yeah, they look great.
Yeah, they're already colored up. Some of them are about half an inch. You can see the colors already.
Oh yeah.
And now these are mixed with wild caught too, so it's a fresher bloodline. So you'll see some that kind of have like chunks missing out of the pattern. That's just because they got the wild caught crust into them.
We have a person from Australia here also. We have Gil. Gil's Fish Room.
Hello, Gil.
Hello, Gil. How you doing, mate? Great guy. Great fish room too. It's awesome to see Gil here.
And then up here I have angels. We got a breeding pair of angels. We got a black marble and like a gold-headed female.
Ooh.
They bred a bunch for me in the past. You come over here. We got the pair of red devils where the fry came from.
Oh wow.
The male's probably about 3 inches, 3.5 inches. Female's about 3.
Wow, they're breeding at a small size, aren't they?
Yeah, they can breed smaller if you want them to. It comes down to maturity more than size.
Oh, that's cool.
You know. Then I got another pair of angels over here. These are the blue lace angels. If we can get the male to show off, he's really pretty. He's a big boy.
Oh, look at the stripes on that one. Oh, they're beautiful.
Yeah, a gorgeous pair of fish.
I've never had angelfish yet. I've never had an angelfish in my fish room yet. That's one fish I want to get.
Yeah, we'll have to get you some.
Hmm.
What else we got? We got Glow Light Daniels over here in this 20-gallon.
Oh,
I hope you
cool.
guys see them well. And I also got their fry, which is kind of cool. They're not eating the fry in here.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, no, I was amazed to see that the fry were still swimming around.
You got a lot of cover in there too. I'm sure that's helping a lot. All the moss
Mix
and
of
stuff.
Java moss, Spawn War, and subwasher tank.
Yeah,
This is a 20-gallon, so to your perspective of how much is in here is a lot.
that is a lot. Yes.
And there's also a pair of beta ruber in here too, hiding, and they're not touching the fry either. Oh, there's a beta ruber. There's the male.
Have they had fry in there too?
I haven't seen any fry from them yet. I've been waiting forever, but nothing's come out. I don't know if they're breeding, if they're eating. I haven't seen anything because there's just so much coverage in here.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping the fry up top were their fry, but I can clearly see the glow lights.
I've been trying like hell to get my betta NSA to breed. I mean, they bred and the male's had a huge, mouthful of eggs. But he only gets like 2 or 3 days holding, and then I'll come down here and they'll be gone, I'm not sure if my water is just a little bit too hard and that they're not hatching or something, or I just don't know.
Say they're not fertilizing, because my beta immaculata, my pair bred for every 2 weeks for a year straight before I finally got fry.
Oh, okay.
So don't be discouraged. Eventually it should happen. But like this pair of beta ruber I got were a proven pair that I got off the gentleman, and I think they're like 3 years old already. So they're kind of old. So I don't know if they're too old where they're going to want to breed anymore.
Oh.
But I like them, so I'm not too stressed about it.
No.
They breed, they don't. It's whatever. Over here is the beta immaculatas. There's the female.
Oh.
She's a little shocked because they just hit it with light. I usually don't have light on this tank because they like it dark. Right over here is a nice big male.
You leave the male and female in together, right?
Yeah, I never take them out.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, they don't. You can see she looks great. She'll come out of hiding. He looks great too.
I remember you saying that they won't eat the babies, but if you have another generation of fry, that they'll eat them, right?
Yeah, that's what I experienced. They won't touch their own fry, but if there's another batch in there, they'll go at the babies.
Okay.
I wish they were more showy fish, but they just hide a lot. And I put the lights on and they just
I tell
hide,
you,
so I leave the lights off and they tend to come out more and they're more relaxed. So it's more about the fish than how I feel.
make a lot of interesting the way their personalities make up for, just really got a lot of personality in those fish.
Yeah, no, they're great fish. It's not a really colorful fish, but it's definitely a fish I've enjoyed breeding. I think the most rewarding it's been for me was that fish right there, the beta maculatus.
Yes.
What else we got?
Yeah, that definitely be to have at the auction when we roll around here in August.
Yeah, definitely. We'll go down here for now. Right down here, we got some lionhead goldfish. Picked up some lionheads. We got gold lasers, Venezuelan cories. I think they're just like bronze, but they're from Venezuela, the lineage. I got some white cloud minnows in here. Not sure if you guys can see them from above.
Have you bred the white cloud minnows?
Yeah, I had hundreds before I knew it. They bred really easy.
To breed?
Yeah, they bred super easy.
Oh, wow.
They bred easy and they produce really fast.
Oh, nice.
And their survival rate was really high too. Like you lose a couple fry, I didn't lose much with them, and I didn't have much deformities either, which I was surprised by.
They are
like
beautiful.
Res boars, I had a lot of deformities and a lot of die-offs, but with the white clouds, I didn't have nearly that amount of issues.
Oh, earlier we were talking about the Odessa barbs. We have Chris here from Stubbs Aquatics is in. Hello, Chris. Good to see you. He's looking after the grandkids. It's Ben Lurkin. We were talking about some of the Odessa barbs a little earlier. Jason here from 5 Star Bettas, he's showing us a tour of his fish room and showing us a lot of his great fish. And this is a gentleman I was telling you about, Jason. He has, he's what you call a barbaholic. He loves barbs. He loves anything that's cyprinid, the koi and goldfish and all that stuff. So he's really got some great stuff.
I got a question for him then. So I bought a gold barb and it turned normal colored. Is that very common? Because I've seen other people have that issue, but is there any way you can get the gold color back, or is it just going to stay that color from now on?
What color did it turn to? Was it more of a...
It looks like a normal, we call it Denison barb now.
Oh.
It was like golden red when I got it, and then after about a year and a half, it just went to a normal color.
I don't know, Chris, if you're still here, could you answer that question? He has a gold barb that changed colors.
It's a roseline shark, yeah. See that? It right there. It was originally yellow and red, and then it turned to like a normal color.
Oh, the Denison barb. Okay, I thought you said gold barb. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's the gold Denison barb. You know the yellow and red ones?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah,
nice.
like the one that's $50 a piece. That's what that one is.
Wow.
That ended up looking just like a normal Denison.
He's really interested in the Denison barbs. I know that. That is.
And cool. They spawn all the time in this tank too.
Do they?
They are constantly spawning.
Holy cow.
I got to just figure out how to catch the eggs. But yeah, no, I see them spawn almost every night.
Do you hear that, Chris? His Denison barbs are spawning all the time in that tank.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the little one's the male, the big one's the female. Yeah, no, they chase it around. They spin in circles, going at it and everything.
Have you ever got any of the eggs from them?
Not yet, because they tend to eat them as they're doing, I noticed.
Ah.
As soon as they're done breeding, they go and sifting through eating. They eat a lot. Like this big one right here is almost 6-7 inches. It's a big girl. The other one's about 4.5.
Oh. Mark Sterlson in Australia is saying the gold Denison barbs over there are going for $100 each in Australia.
Well, I believe it. I'm surprised they're not more.
Wow.
And over here, they're like $50 a piece.
Yeah. That'd be a fish right there. You'd want to get, try and get in there and get some of those Yeah, Chris is even saying here, yeah, gold denizens are crazy in price. Wow, that'd be a real, definitely something you want to concentrate on a little bit, I think.
Yeah, but it's not something I want to breed because it's not going to stay the true color. I don't want people to spend that much money on a fish and then it turns out to just look like a regular Denison barb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To me, it's like false advertising. You spend all this money just for a regular Denison barb a couple of years later.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if you could sell them at a regular Denison barb price, and then if it turns another nicer color, then they, get kind of a little bonus out of it.
Yeah, that's something I would do. I really wouldn't jack the price up because they're gold, because I know eventually they're probably going to lose their coloring.
Mm.
I hate when people like scam you and you think you got an awesome fish, then you find out a couple years later it's just going to look like a regular another Denison barb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And especially with such a high price tag on them.
Yep.
I think it's kind of cruel.
Well, that's what I love about homebred fish. You get in a community like this, we get stuff that is rare to us, and some other area of the country they got it, and get a nice, healthy homebred fish, and rather than getting them imported all the time.
Absolutely. Like I've gotten some good fish imported. I've gotten some horrible fish imported. I've bought some great homebred fish. I've bought some horrible homebred fish. It's just everything varies, It all comes down to the person. Some people just breed things to breed it, try to make profit, and some people breed it for the hobby because they enjoy it. Those are the people I like to buy from them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love to breed fish. I love to do it. I don't make a lot of profit, but I do sell, like we talked before, I sell out pretty much all the time with my black mollies because they really just turn out just jet black. And they're really healthy. I just had an order go out this week. Unfortunately, 2 of the bags, using those breather bags, popped. So I lost 2. I had to refund 2 of the fish out of the 6 that I shipped. But that's, I'm sure that happens.
That's why I don't do breeder bags.
I know it. I've got a heat sealer to do a really nice job with it. I just gotta start doing it. I gotta just quit procrastinating so much and start shipping differently, because they are so thin, those breather bags.
Yeah, no, they're
only good
you
for
can't
the
really
tiniest
ship anything. Yeah, and you can't even double bag them.
For shrimp would probably be all right. Shrimp and maybe some little micro fish, little stuff like
anything
that.
without a barb.
Yep. You don't want to put a bristlenose in there. I know that. Although I did send a bristlenose successfully to Melvin. He's out here in the audience somewhere. I actually sent him firemouth cichlids in them. And then I sent a bristlenose, an albino bristlenose to him, and then a pair of black mollies. But unfortunately, the female, that bag got popped too. So I'm getting to the point now where you're right though. I think I'm just going to switch it and not do those breeder bags anymore. Yeah,
no, like I said, breeder bag is good for like small fish, guppies, baby mollies, but anything bigger, no. And another thing too is a lot of those boxes get beat up in shipping. I mean, I've seen some of the boxes I ship on and get to them and they're half destroyed, like a freaking horse came by and tried to eat it. And I'm like, how the hell? But they're like, no, the fish are doing great though. Like one of the bags was popped, but you had like 4 bags around it, so it lived.
Especially if you put live fish stickers on your box. I've noticed that I've had a lot more problems that way than when I stopped using them.
Yeah, no, so I just ship things out. Whenever I bag fish, I do 2 bags per fish, and then I throw them all in a big bag afterwards. So that if the bags do break and ship in, the water is contained in 1 bag. So it doesn't come leaking out. Because I know if the box rips and starts leaking everywhere, they'll just chuck the box.
This is interesting right here, Jason. Ed's picking up cichlid, says, gold denison barbs on Dan's fish, can't guarantee them because they change back to regular denison colors. Interesting. And he says it seems to happen a lot. I
Yeah,
wonder.
then don't jack up the price.
Oh, I know. He charges quite a price for them too. I think it's like, I'm not sure what he charges, like 50 or 60 bucks a piece or something. But
Yeah, something ridiculous. I know. If it's going to be a regular, like I understand it's going to be pretty, but it's temporary.
yeah,
And if you're going to be selling that fish, what's to say it's not going to change color in 2 weeks after you get it from them?
of course the normal
You should just
Denison
start a
barbs.
ban on the gold Denison bar.
Yeah.
What's the normal? You're buying.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm one of those finished going. So in this tank, I have blue-eye red rainbows and thread fins.
Ooh.
We got to start pulling their eggs though. I put moss in here for them to breed on.
Oh wow.
Go down this way. Then we got some guppies. This is like gup tank, couple rainbow shiners. It's like a mix of weird things. There's a beta maculata that seemed to jump the ship and got in here somehow. Also, a nice red beta. This guy wasn't doing well, so I threw him in here. Now he's doing great.
Wow, look at that beauty. Nice, looking better.
Over here's a bunch of 5 gallons. Nothing crazy. This one is empty. I'm waiting for some blue shrimp that I want to put in here.
Oh yeah.
Some blue shrimp I want to put in here.
Yes, I gotta get some out of this tank here. And get them to.
Yeah, this tank's got yellow shrimp in it. You can see them swimming around.
Oh
yeah. This tank's just got a lonely beta. It's been in here for a while. He's a small guy. I don't put him in the tanks. I don't want him to get beat up. Down here, I have some tangerine tiger. I don't see if we can see anything.
Oh, you got some tangerine tigers down there, huh?
Yeah, there's one tangerine tiger in here. There's some fry in here. Now we're going to see them because they're so tiny. This tank has a pair of blue bolts. They recently just had fry, so that's why there's so much stuff on the bottom because I don't want to suck up the fry.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're somewhere down here. No, not blue bolt. Black pintos. Sorry.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're somewhere in here, but when you only get a pair of shrimp, it makes it look like you have nothing in the tank. I've learned.
Yeah, I've never tried the Caradina shrimp yet. I just only had the Neos right now. I wouldn't mind trying the Caradinas at some point. But I was told you have to use RO water for them and use that pH altering substrate like what is it, Amazonia or whatever, and like fluval stratum.
I actually just picked up some. What I pick up? Shrimp peat. It's what 100% organic peat moss for freshwater shrimp. It's supposed to reduce the pH and keep it ideal for a shrimp.
Right.
So I'm gonna try that out to see how that works. But yeah, I picked that up, and then I picked up. They make a product with lava rock too that I just threw on the bottom, threw over top of that peat so it doesn't come floating up. Yeah, I just do roadie water. I ain't doing nothing special. If they live, they live. They don't, they don't. I don't want to raise weak fish.
No. I got these.
The last thing I want to do is sell somebody fish that dies in a day.
Yep.
What were you gonna say?
I was just going to say I got these right here. I was going to put them like in one of those little mesh bags and put it in like a hang-on back builder. Just chuck it full with it and then put it in like a 10-gallon to make the water. And then when I do my water changes, I could just take the water out of that tank and use it for water changes and then just, keep it going that way. Because it will lower the pH. It says here it will lower the pH.
Yep.
And of course, it has the tannins and everything with it, and it lasts a while. This lasts a pretty good long time too. You put it in the mesh bags, and I'm not sure how many months this is good for. I got my magnifying glass. Right, check. Yeah. 2 months. Replace it every 2 months in the aquarium. Which means you could probably get away with about 3 or 4 months. They always say 2 months. That way you buy more.
Can you recharge that one with salt? 'Cause I know some stuff you can recharge with salt.
Oh, I'm not sure. Hello, Christine. Welcome. Good to see you. I have another stream at midnight tonight also with Christine from Sweet Acre Koi Farm. Having a little trouble seeing. I have to use my magnifying glass tonight for some reason. Let's see here.
Oh, I'm just going around feeding baby Brian to everybody.
What's that?
I'm just going around feeding baby Brian.
Oh, nice. I love feeding baby Brian to my fish. I mean, it gets all the breeding going.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I love it too. And it's so easy to hatch out.
Yes, it is. You got a fantastic fish room, Jason. I'm telling you, I really love the fish that you have there.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm getting bored. I want to change things up a little bit.
Isn't that funny how that happens? I mean, I get the same way. You breed something a few times, then it's time to get something new. Keep it fresh.
Yeah. I lose my excitement after I breed something. I breed a couple times. It's fun, exciting, it's new. Then I get bored and old. Yeah, it's just my attention span's horrible. It's probably ADHD or something.
Are you still breeding your CPDs?
No. They weren't mine. Those were my friends that I bred last time.
Oh, okay.
I bred them for her so she could have some fries. She wanted a bunch. So I bred them for her and gave them back to her.
That's been a popular fish for quite a long time, the celestial pearl danios.
Yeah, they're perfect for like the nano tank. That's why people love them. They got great colors.
That's about the closest thing I have to a real nano fish. I have my blue star endlers and I got cherry birds. Those are probably the smallest ones I got right now.
Okay.
But I really would love to get my cherry barbs breeding because they're beautiful. Even the females are beautiful on those. The ones I got. Let's see here.
Jeff, you mind if I run away for a minute? I'll be back in a few minutes.
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
All right,
Take your time. Fine. Yep. This has been a fantastic tour so far. I just love that tank right there. Angelfish. How's everybody doing out there? I seen we had Christine stopped in the chat, so good to see you again. And if I missed anybody out there, I don't know if I did or not, but if I have, sorry about that. When I have this thing right here and I'm staring at the tank, it's kind of hard to see the other part of the screen. Let's see here. The rabbits are loving their new home, their new hotel. Nice. Excellent. Yes. It's been an interesting day today so far for me. Started out a little bit rough, but it's getting a little better as we go on. How many rabbits do you have, Jamie? He's got a hotel for his rabbits. Oh. One moment. See here. My wife's sending me a message. I got to make sure she's all right. Oh, all good. Okay. All right. Yes. down. We will continue the tour when Jason comes back. In the meantime, just going to keep an eye on the chat here. I hope everybody's doing well out there on this Saturday night or Sunday morning if you're in the Australia or New Zealand. I know that we had Alan in the chat earlier from New Zealand, and we have Gil from Australia. Oh, 2 rabbits. Oh, okay. Two more to join the hotel. Nice. I used to have rabbits back when I was just a little boy. When I lived out in the country, we had a hutch, and we had probably, I don't know, maybe 8 rabbits. And then somebody opened the door and they got out, and then the neighbor's dog, he had a blue tick hound, came and killed every one of them in like just a couple minutes.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Back then it was like, oh, the rabbits are out running around. You can't blame our dog. Well, it's in our yard, so I guess, yeah, I can. But so welcome back.
Thank you.
Been a fantastic tour of your place.
Yeah, there's some things I want to do different in here that I'll tell you guys what I like to do differently. So with this system, I kind of want to make this all planted tanks and put lights on each row. I watched a video with Keep It Fish Simple, and he visited some guy, I forget the guy's name, but everything was planted in his fish room, and it was just plants everywhere. I loved it. Kind of inspired me to want to do that now with my tanks. You know,
Oh, yeah.
they originally set everything up bare bottom for breeding. And now I'm getting kind of tired of looking at bare bottom. But now I like to do something different. I like to make everything planted now and do more lights. That's one thing I'd like to do differently. I'd like to get rid of this rack and put more 20 talls going across. Another thing I'd like to do. I'd like to build another rack on this wall too.
Ooh.
And I also got to get this system set up where I can do automatic water changes. Another thing I want to get done. I keep pushing it off like 3 years now.
I need to get a rack set up so I can get these other tanks set up. I still got these. I got a 40-gallon breeder, got 220 longs, and 10-gallon. I got to get set up. I got 2 40-gallon breeders upstairs I need to reseal. And then that'll be, I've never done that before, so that's going to be something new.
So it's not too bad. As long as you get the right tools.
Let's see here, Jeff. Jamie's rabbits are always photobombing him when he tries to shoot a video. It's adorable. Yes. Hello, David. How you doing there? Got some new joiners in the chat.
When you do resale, 2 tools I would recommend. This is for grout.
Okay.
There we go. It's got like a
Oh.
nice little blade on it, so you're able to get right in there and rip that silicone out.
Oh, okay.
Works awesome. Then also
Where'd you
use a regular flat blade, razor blade. This is great for just getting like the scraping off any of that little excess you can't get with the grout cleaner.
Okay. Where did you get that at? Is that something you get like at Lowe's or something, or?
Yeah, they had the Home Depot for like $6, $7.
Oh, okay.
But it makes a huge difference. And then once you get everything peeled out, use painter's tape to make the edging before you do the silicone. If you don't do that, it's a pain in the butt trying to make it look level and even. Because I've done it without the painter's tape, and it came out horrible. And then I've done it with painter's tape, and it made a huge difference. So
when you're cleaning, you have to use
the right
like
tools.
alcohol. Is it rubbing alcohol you use on it, or?
What's that?
I've heard you had to use like rubbing alcohol on it.
You can use rubbing alcohol to clean it before you do it. But once you get it scraped, though, like I tend to just scrape it down with this, and I'll get in there with a paper towels and a wet vac and just suck up any of the excess residue behind.
Oh, okay. So I've seen some videos where they say they got to use rubbing alcohol on it after they get it all done and dry it, and then Like,
Well, if you use a razor blade, you tend to get all of it off, where you don't have that issue with the residue left over. I feel like the alcohol is more to get like any of the residue left off, but if you use a straight razor blade, it tends to get everything pretty clean and flush. So I never bother to use rubbing alcohol.
okay. Are you
The
done?
idea that- Huh?
I'd rather do it the way you're doing it without having to use the alcohol then.
Yeah, no, it just sucks because you got to like crawl inside a tank to scrape them. That's like the worst part.
Especially if it's a big tank.
Yeah, like I just scraped out a 45-gallon hex.
Oh, wow.
Took a while. Took an absolute while to clean that out.
Because that's more of a vertical tank, right? You got to
I had to get in there.
Go a lot deeper, so yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think it's what? In the other room. It's about 2.5 feet tall. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's my 65 was 24 inches deep from, and it that's hard to work in for me even. I mean, it's armpit deep. Trying to get in there to.
Yeah, he definitely gives you a run for your money, and you do get kind of tired. You start to really feel it in your back of your arms and triceps from the constant scraping.
Oh yeah.
But, it's fun and it saves you a lot of money, and it's something that's good to try out once in a while. You know, something different. Add to your resume.
Yep. Going through the chat.
So, any other big plans for your fish room?
I do have a few plans. Like I said, I got to get my stand built up, my rack for the new tanks. I do have some standalone stands for my 40-gallon, so I could probably get by with doing that. And then I could probably build a small rack or stand heavy for the other smaller tanks for the 20-gallon longs and the 10-gallon. But down here in this fish room, every once in a while, if my sump pump, the float on it will stick every once in a while. So if I have to check it like every couple times a day and give it a nice little jiggle. If it's, it'll actually overflow over the top of the pit.
Okay.
It did it to me yesterday. It's the first time in a while, but I hadn't been down here for like the whole day. So when I came down here finally, I had some water on the floor, and then one of the stands is a wood stand, so I don't want to have that directly on the cement. Where the new stand, when I would do the new stand, because everything else is on cinder blocks, and that's no problem there. I don't mind getting a little bit of water on the floor down here because everything's cement, and it dries up pretty well too.
Yeah, no, it makes it. I love being in the basement. Being in the basement makes a huge difference.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hello, Juanita and Elfish. Eli fish? I'm sorry, Elfish.
It's Elfish. Yep. He breeds fish too. I'm not sure if he's in Pennsylvania or not, but I know that he sent Melvin some corridoras and some other things. He breeds quite a bit of stuff there. That's something I've never had either, is corridoras in my aquarium.
I can't believe you never had Corey's.
I've never had Corey's. I mean, I can give you a list of stuff I haven't had, and it's a mile long. I mean,
let's go. If you never had Corey's, you never had angelfish.
No Corey's, no. And I just got my first guppy type fish about a year and a half ago. I got some Blue Star Endlers. First time I've ever had yep. I've always been a cichlid guy, even the bigger cichlids way back. I was keeping, like I said, the Red Devils, Jack Dempsey's, all that kind of stuff. The big, Oscars.
Yep.
All that kind of stuff. And now I'm more into the the wild type bettas, of course, and then the dwarf cichlids I really like. I got my albino cubensis. They should be pairing off pretty soon, I'm hoping. I really like those. Stephen P. is in the house. Hello, Stephen P. Good to see you. And
how many people do we have in the chat?
What's that?
How many people are on the live stream watching right now?
Right now there is 17 in.
Nice. So who's on here? What do you guys breed?
Oh yeah,
that's what everybody else breeds for fish.
I know that Stephen P. breeds fish. He's done that, and I know that Elfish breeds. And I know First Class Fish was in here earlier, and I know he breeds a lot of fish. So if you guys want to share with us in the chat what you guys are breeding in your fish rooms, that would be great.
And where you're located if I wanted to get some new fish.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. That's what I love about this. The good networking. You know, you can get in touch with people that have really good fish. I know these. Let's see here. With name change, very few of us have. Oh, yeah, that's right. When they change the name. Yeah, I hate when they change the name of fish. The scientists. You hear
Yeah.
about the Corys?
No, I didn't hear about the name change of Corey's. Why? What happened?
They changed like the whole genus or something of them, and what we used to call Corridoras is something else now. I don't even know, to be honest with you.
News to me.
It's really weird. Yep. So, right. Well, we've been at it for an hour and a half. You wanna call it here, and then we'll come back again, and I'll do a tour of mine next time, and hopefully I'll have everything in order for that.
Yeah, definitely do that.
I'm gonna do that. Yes, that'd be good.
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
Sounds good. Well, thank you very much, Jason. I really appreciate it. And thank you, everybody out there in the chat. And we will see you later. And if you're up late tonight, at midnight, I'll be with Christine on Sweet Acre Koi, and that'll be fun. Also,
Maybe I'll jump in. We'll see.
yeah, that'd be great. Okay. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Have a great one.
Thank you very much.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye. Hey, Jason.